Welcome to another installment of Property Vlogs. I'm so excited to be here today to tour this house behind me with you. This is the Scrivener and it's a house type by Bellway Homes. We are at their Springwood development in Derbyshire. And on this day, we're hoping the sun holds out for us to do this fabulous tour. But regardless, we're going to have fun. This is a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom property. Its approximate size is 1,197 square feet. And at the time of us touring it, it's listed from 339,950. So with that being said, let's get straight into the external tour. As you can see, it's been fabulously landscaped. We've got red brick throughout the entire facade of the house, and we've got some details. We've got a strong gable at the front there, jutting out forwards, a long porch canopy, a striking black front door with that diamond piece of glazing in the middle, diamond shaped piece of glazing. We've got access to the side, a garage. Depending on what plot you buy, you may have a garage, a detached garage, driveway. That needs to be determined later, but let's get straight into what this particular show home has by continuing the tour inside. So come with me and we'll get ready to tour the house together. Follow me and let's get straight into it. Okay, so if you've watched up to this point, make sure you like this video. That's the first thing you can do. It's absolutely free. If you're enjoying it, you want to see more of this content, keep watching. So, first impressions. This is the entry to the home, so the hallway. As you can see, you've got the glazed panel to the side of the doors. We've been seeing this combination on quite a few Bellway homes, that diamond-shaped kind of inlaid piece of glass in the front door, bringing in light. You can see the light casted on that wall. It makes a difference. And then you've got this, which brings in so much more light into this main space. We've got peephole, chrome door, ironmongery, white hinges, and then a mid-height letterbox. Love it. The matting on the floor is great. It's wall to wall. Again, this might be an additional add-on, but I like to see this because slippery mats and rugs, they're not my thing. I like this integrated matting, and we come straight off that onto our tiled flooring, and that continues all the way throughout the main space. We've got a radiator on this side, so this is a warm hallway, and then ceiling heights, they look like they're standard 2.4 heights. In terms of doors, and I'm hungry, maybe I'll talk about that now. So what we're seeing across this house type at this development is the vertical panel doors, the chrome handles, and the architraves have that groove in it, a V-shaped beveled edge, and then the skirting boards have these 2 shadow gaps all the way across. That's what we're seeing, and it's done it in a white high gloss sheen to the doors. Love it. Okay, the flooring continues all the way in, which makes the space feel even bigger because these downstairs toilets, they tend to be the smallest rooms on the whole ground floor, so it's nice to maximize that. We've got the hidden cistern detail, so that's a modern touch. They could have just gone with the standard toilet, but they've gone with a hidden cistern, and it's by Rocker. So Rocker toilet and Rocker faceplate, chrome, shiny, very nice, brushed chrome edging strip there, and I like the color palette they've gone with the tiles. So tiling, all that stuff is customizable. You'll get to choose what color, what arrangement, what size of tile based on the selection available in the sales office. You've got your window, and then they've gone with 2 spotlights. Oh, I've noticed the spotlights aren't centered, but I think they might be based on something, like maybe over a specific area. Maybe there was meant to be a corner sink here. I don't know, I'm just guessing, but those are customizable. Don't be put off by superficial things that can be easily changed, completely customizable. We've got our sink above our pedestal, radiator, check, check, check. Now I'm coming back into the hallway. I'm going to close the door. Again, you can see it from this angle. I like the shelf. Maybe they could have gone with a hook on that wall or nothing at all. It's fine because we've got space here, which I'll tell you more about. I would have gone with a radiator cover over that there. But again, having it exposed means that I can point it out to you. And we'll talk about this space in a second. You can see a cheeky glimpse ahead. Let's look at this mystery. Actually, let's talk about this first. We've got our staircase, which wraps around. It's a U-shaped staircase all the way to the top. You can see there they've created a feature and a focal point of that wall. As you can see, it's double height all the way to the top. But this is our mystery door we want to talk about. Our understair, star cupboard. Yes, I love it. So that's very practical in terms of space. It's a good amount of space to use for storing any added bits and bobs, you know, and that's a great position. And that could be a semi-boot store, a coat store, or a cloak if you wanted to use it. But let's go into here, guys. Come with me. So this is our formal lounge. Wow, okay. There's been a difference between that hallway and here. I think it's because of the change in the floor material. Acoustically, it's so quiet in here. I'm really hoping the mic picks this up with some ASMR. So this is such a nice living room. We've got a wall to wall. I mean, they've got these side elements that kind of jut inwards, but it kind of gives you like a bay window. That's what I'm trying to find the word to say. We've got the windows, opening lights either side, and they're very tall as well, very tall, and this large picture window element in the middle facing the front. We've got a linear radiator at low level there and a low level sill, which allows you to perch and just look outside. I love that. The armchair sits perfectly in there. This is our focal point. They've put patterned and textured wallpaper there. I love it, wall to wall. Again, you can build that out in a completely bespoke media panel with like your TV in the middle, shelving either side, recessed LED lights. You guys know what I mean. If you just type that into Pinterest, you get these gorgeous displays. We've got the end tables, a large sofa, another secondary focal point there. And yeah, it's a really good size room. Let's go into the hallway and get back to what we're really here for, which is this bit, which is our open plan, snug dining kitchen space. Okay, I really love this. It's a great size, a really good size. Should we start here, Brian? Should we start here? Okay, so the purpose of showing this armchair here, I'm going to assume it's to show you the amount of space that's left over. You could create a little snug here. A TV could go on this wall. Ooh, there's a mystery door behind our main door. We'll talk about that in a second. I think we could have popped a rug here, actually, and put the chair there and a TV there where this kind of bookcase is, this ladder type bookcase. And I loved what they've done with the lighting to create the different zones. So far, I agree with the way they've done the staging. Let me just show you what's behind this door really quickly. You know, let's build up the suspense for the main kitchen. We've got more storage. Again, that's utilizing all that space that's around the house. And I would say, you guys know what I'm going to say, a full height store like this needs a individual light fixture at the top. The flooring's been continued all the way into that space. We've got our consumer unit, which is basically our fuse board, and we've got our BT. So our telecoms and services go in there, nice and discreetly hidden away. Now we're going to spin round, swap places. Let's look at this dining arrangement. We've got our 6-seater dining table, rectangular. But if you like very lavish dinners, you could go with a much longer table and forego that sofa. Go for a much longer, much wider table. And look, the radiator covers quite a big portion of this wall. So, you know, this whole space will be nicely heated. And you can really dedicate this whole space to dining. But I think to make this kind of a bit more of a practical space, I love the idea of this sofa there and the TV there. And then the dining is cradled in that corner. Off the dining, we've got this. Should we talk about the garden now or later? A little later. Okay. I'm taking instruction from my director. Okay, now we're in the kitchen area. Okay, let's take it all in for a bit. We've got the wall paint, which is this kind of like a sage green, yeah? But it complements the shaker style cabinets, which you can see all the way around. And those are in a warm gray. We've got chrome handles. And again, selections are completely up to you what you want to do. Let's start with going through the kitchen in a very methodical way, as we like to do. I've noticed that they've gone for your standard faceplates to all the sockets, but even with that being said, you can still get the option to have the USB charge points in the sockets as well. And there's ample sockets all the way around. These are the isolators for the different appliances. As you can see, dishwasher, cooker hood, microwave, and fridge freezer can all be isolated if they need to be serviced or if they need to be fixed. We've got storage at high level. Oh, that was a bit of a bounce. And the carcasses inside the cupboards are white. And then at low level, we've got storage again. I like this kind of whitewash concrete effect laminate worktop. We did see it at another Bellway development, which if you stay tuned on our channel, you'll get to watch that as well. But again, this is the selection that's available here, and you'll get different colors, different shades. It's something to be discussed with the sales team. We've got stainless steel splashback, extractor fan, gas hob there, storage underneath your cutlery, and then more wall units, all with soft closers. We've got our 1.5 stainless steel sink bowl with a mixer tap and a window above our sink, tiled sill, and a garden view. Love it. Dishwasher here by Zanussi. Again, storage all the way across, and then of course, you know, a perfect space for a lazy Susan or whatever it's called, where you can kind of pull out the storage in there. This is such a perfect position to create a breakfast bar, and that's exactly what it is. They've popped 2 stools, but I believe it's a 3-seater because I'm assuming you like your family members and you don't need to be spaced a meter apart from each other. 3 stools can easily be accommodated here. There's a socket by the wall, so iPads, devices, everyone can cluster around this space. And then of course there's still more space, you know, most common comment, where's the fridge? Where's the fridge? Where's the fridge? Well, here's your fridge freezer. You've got your 70/30 fridge freezer combination. It's by Zanussi. They're fully integrated as well. And storage above and below, and a double oven arrangement by Zanussi there as well. I love to see this as like a standard thing. Again, it's probably not a fully standard thing, but what I mean is I've seen it as a more common thing to go within these homes, especially these larger bedroom homes. Now, they're going to look at our bonus space, which is our utility / laundry room. We've got our boiler here, which is a Logic Heat H15, storage space below, probably appliance space if you wanted to as well. As you can see there, there's an integrated appliance and then storage underneath the sink, stainless steel sink, and then all this wall space is for you to do what you want. You could have additional cabinetry or open shelving, stopping short of this door, obviously. And then we've got an external door which takes us to our garden via a side path, bringing in light into this utility space. And I think there is an extractor fan in here as well, which is great for like your tumble dryers. So now that I've said that, let's come back into this space and let's talk about the garden. So this is the part we're going to put the garden tour. And now I'm going to take you to the garden this way. That's your door to access the house. Let's close the gate, and as you can see, it's a split level garden. We can see the back of the house. There's paving that takes you to this area here where you can have like some furniture, or you can extend it if you want to. So this is a show home. So what you're seeing is a staged and landscaped garden to give you an idea of what you can do. So you can see at the back, the windows are still white. You can see the doors that we were looking out from a few moments ago, and you can see the rest of the garden. There's loads of trees, planting shrubs, sleeper walls, retaining walls, garden furniture. But when you buy your plot, you're going to get the paving, and the rest of the garden is going to be completely turfed. So that's going to be lawn from wall to wall. It's just to give you an idea, guys, and hopefully you can see what you can imagine out of whatever plot you decide to pick. All right, so let's go back into the house and continue the tour. Okay, so that was a garden tour. Fabulous. Now let's focus on the rest of the house. So you can see the decor is actually a bit modern with a few kind of forest green, sage green accents. I want to know if you like this type of style. Do you think it's a perfect balance between traditional and modern, or is it too modern? Is it too quirky? Could you see yourself living in here, or would you want to swap everything out as soon as as soon as you move in? Let us know in the comments below. And let's go upstairs. Hi guys. Okay, now we are on the landing. It's an L-shaped landing with a U-shaped staircase. Again, I love that. I love that journey up. And it's fully carpeted, so there were no squeaks. This is a new build house, guys. So that's completely designed out. And the underlay is probably really nice and cushy. The staircase itself, handrails and balustrades are white, high gloss painted wooden balustrades. And then, of course, in that corner, it's screaming out for a dramatic pendant feature, isn't it? So if you move into this home, maybe that's something to consider adding. So it can drop down and really create that focal point. Because why have a double height space if you can't really make it shine? Eh? So the first room we're going to show is over here. This is staged as a single bedroom. And you can see the bed fits nicely on that side. So that's 2 meters of width there. If you wanted to increase the length, if you wanted to increase the width, you can do that, but just be mindful of where your sockets and bedside tables would go. I love this arrangement. It's a great size bedroom. You've got your window facing the front, and you've got a radiator underneath. I never mentioned the windowsills, but the reason why I go on about the windowsills in the bathrooms and the kitchens is because the standard windowsills in the UK are going to be these bull-nosed, curved, wooden painted windowsills. So that's what we're seeing across all of these upstairs bedrooms. The window opens on that side. We've got additional spotlights added, so you can upgrade to have those included for features, and that's reflected also in the sockets. Yeah, thank you. So you can see, you can just shut them off or turn them on. So you can be in bed and just have the spotlights, or you can just have your pendant. And then these are fitted wardrobes, which are probably upgrades. I can already tell they're soft closers and they look like they're really good quality. Yeah, so that's one of the rooms. Going back on the landing, the next room I'm going to show you is over here. This is our family bathroom. Behind the wall is our chrome heated towel rail. I knew we had to have a chrome heated towel rail. I like the fact that this sink is floating, so it's easy to clean underneath. We've got the toilet, the sink, the faceplate, and we've got the shelf. I love the deep, deep shelves that extend all the way to the window. That is such a thoughtful and tasteful detail. You can add all your decor. You don't see all the mismatched levels. The shaver sockets there. You've got your extractor fan and a window, so natural light and great air quality, and a large bath there, which if you wanted to, do you want to add a shower over the bath, is something you could do. Add a glass screen and you're good to go, and obviously tile all the way up. But yeah, this is a really nice, this is a really nice example of material selections in flooring, tiling, and also sanitary ware. Let's go to the next space, which is over here. This is the next single bedroom. In terms of single bedrooms, I am so pleased with these. These are so spacious. If you wanted, you could probably rotate the bed and have a double, and you'd still have enough circulation around it bedside. This is if it's single occupancy, because then you only need one side to get into bed. Obviously, if it's 2 people, I think the width is too small, hence why keep it a single the way it's shown. Staging wise, it's really cute, it's really lovely. This is more of a realistic staging, so in terms of inspiration for you, you can choose to have one feature wall or do what they've done and have 2. I really like the 2 opposing walls, wallpapered, sandwiched between the paint, and little accents. You don't need to go crazy, guys. Little things like this are so easy to implement, just like a couple of nails, and it's easily swappable depending on, you know, whether you want the decor to be permanent or not. And then this dresser here, if you're wondering where your wardrobe would go, this is the spot for your wardrobe all the way up. Yeah, but if you want to keep the room feeling bigger and more open, go with a big chunky dresser here. And yeah, this is the bedroom with window over the garden. Okay, let's come back to the next room. So this is such a lovely double bedroom. Again, an ideal guest bedroom, or an alternative to the primary bedroom at the other side of the house. King size bed in the middle, ample space at the foot of the bed. Yes, they have popped like another table at the foot, but there is ample space. Like, imagine that's not there, we'd have almost a meter of space. That's plenty of walk around space. We've got a generous sized window, a clear picture window with no grids in it, letting us look at our gorgeous garden, radiator, bedside tables. I love the mix of the artwork on the far wall. Would you take it a step further, or is it too much? Are you a wallpaper person? Yeah? If it's wallpaper, to be honest, it doesn't even have to be one or the other. You can have both, have wallpaper and have the gallery wall. But again, this is the theme of the house, just to give you an idea of what you can do. In this case, they've gone with a singular pendant above, and then they've gone with the spotlights, which is the kind of the theme of the whole house. I like this insert of this mirror here. Could we have gone with maybe one down there? Maybe that's an option. Again, this is a fitted add-on piece, so it doesn't come with the house. You can add it on, but you can see the quality. You've got the wood veneer on the inside, the really warm grey on the outside, and the shaker style finish. Love it. So that is the other bedroom. And of course, well, let's build it up. Mystery door. Let's just do this really quickly. Hot water cylinder. There you go. Tick, box tick. That's where that lives. And of course, we've got to hype up the entrance into our primary suite. So come with me and let's explore this final space together. This primary suite has and benefits from that same arrangement that we saw in the downstairs formal lounge. You've got that almost wall-to-wall projected outwards bay window. I love it. Wall-to-wall. And you've got large opening elements, and you've got the grids there for that traditional aesthetic. It looks beautiful with the Roman blinds above it, bespoke Roman blinds which go wall to wall again. Actually, I've seen it when they've done two of these. That's also a good option. But again, one large Roman blind, and then all of this could be wall to wall dressers, two or one large one, or whatever they've done with that, with the glass console there. That works perfectly fine. The radiators underneath there as well, and because it's a high sill, you have that privacy, because obviously it's a large amount of glazing, but because it's high, there's that level of privacy. I really like this arrangement. Again, this is like textbook great staging. Bedside tables, large headboard, and plush pillows and bedding with the cover on top. Look at the circulation around the bed, very ample. This large mirror also indicates where your TV would go, with the aerial socket being right there. If you wanted a wall-mounted TV, you could ask for that to be raised so that you don't see any cables at all. So I like this little wardrobe, cheeky wardrobe over here, a double wardrobe with space for two people. Again, for a bedroom, a double bedroom to kind of this is kind of technical speak here. For it to be a double bedroom, it has to be two wardrobes, two singles together, and this is adequate. If you need additional storage, you can then swap out that low-level table for two chunky dressers underneath there. So yes, clothes that need to be hung there, and then clothes that can be folded can go over there. And then this is, of course, our primary suite. We're going off the carpeting into the tile, and look how well they're color matched. So again, I feel like it takes the headache out of swatches and matching colors. All these options are available and they work well together. Along with the floor, matches perfectly with the wall as well. It looks so great together. We've got the floating sink and the toilet that we saw in the previous bathrooms. We've got that deep reveal that I mentioned earlier, a window to the primary suite. I always love a window to the primary suite. And then a shaver socket should go somewhere here. You'd probably have to upgrade to get that. And then the sliding door to the shower enclosure. I love the textured shower tiles, which just add that element of excitement to the space, something different. And yeah, radiator, spotlights, extractor fan, as well as window. Love it all. So that is the last space that we are gonna tour in this house, and I hope you enjoyed the entire tour. We've got another house at this development, and I'm gonna tour that right now. If that's available, it'll pop up on the screen. Otherwise, why not watch a previous Bellway house here or here now and subscribe. I'll see you in a second. Bye.